So there is an adapter for the Solo called the Chomas pen adapter, and with this adapter you can use like Sharpie markers, different kinds of ink pens, gel pens, and so on to write with your Solo machine. Now they do have Chomas pen adapters on Amazon, but those are not for the Solo. As far as I know, they don't have them. This had to be custom made to fit in the Solo. And as far as I know, they are not for sale on Amazon. You can contact Sandy McCauley. She is in both of the groups that I have posted in the links below in the description. So when you use a pen adapter, there is a screw that you tighten it down to hold your pen or marker in place. And what that does when you do that is it throws the center off. So when you get ready to cut, if you line your blade, if you set your blade at a certain origin, it's not going to cut in the right place unless you create your own point to set your blade. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have this heart that I want to draw, and I want to write the I love you on the inside. So I have it positioned here at this grid line and this grid line. So if I, let me zoom in here. If I set my blade right here where these two lines intersect, it's not going to cut in the proper place, because when I tighten that screw to hold my pen or marker in place, it throws off this center point here toward the back and the side just a little. So you need to make your own point to set your blade. And how you're going to do that is just, if it's a marker, for sure, just press down on the top of the marker, because you have that give, that up and down in your on your holder that will allow you to do that, and it will make a point. And then you're going to set that point, your blade to that point to cut, okay? And then it will cut in the proper place. If you don't do that, and like I said, you set it right here, it's not going to cut properly. So let's say I just wanted to write this and cut this heart. If I set it at that intersection there, if I set the blade when I'm ready to cut it after it writes, it's going to be off. It's going to look more like probably, well, let me get rid of this mat. Something like this, okay? Because it's, when you tighten that screw down, it presses, it moves the center point, is what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense. So just press down on your holder and it will make a mark, especially if it's a marker. And if it's not a marker, if it's a pen, you may need to, you know, just wiggle it a little bit, but be gentle. Don't, you know, use force. Just try to make the smallest dot possible. And then you can either, you know, align that by eye, or what I suggest doing is using the camera to align it to that dot, and then it should cut where you want it to cut. Now, I have two videos that I'm going to post in the description below. One is how to set the origin using the camera, and the other is the draw plus cut video that I made. Those will both be helpful when it comes to you using your writing and cutting using the Solo, okay? So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You can always find me in those groups as well. Thanks for watching.